Good evening, colleagues. This is Mr. Z. I'm going to show you a couple more use cases for AI in your classroom using Dall-E. Dall-E is supposed to be like a Wall-E. You see the name over here. If you have signed up for a ChatGPT account, you also have a Dall-E account as well. So Dall-E is one of the other kind of apps that OpenAI, they are the company. Okay, here we go. So I think that you've all seen this thing where you can type in a prompt and say, hello, please show me a cat riding in a hot air balloon. In this use case, I'm going to pretend like I am a history teacher, and I'm going to start with a existing historic image. Bob Hiles gave me an idea for one. He's teaching World War II right now. I'm going to say upload an image. I will look in my desktop. It's very messy. And I'm going to find a picture of Douglas MacArthur returning to the Philippines. I skipped cropping. I didn't want to crop it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we could see this a little better. Awesome. The higher the resolution of the picture that you start with, the better the result will be in what is called outpainting. Outpainting, what is outpainting, Mr. Z? I'm going to check this box. In my history class, I'd like my students to pretend maybe an alternate universe of some kind. So I'm going to drag this little square over. Okay. I want my square, I'm going to zoom out now that you see that. I want my square to overlap with my picture, but I also want AI to fill in the rest of what it thinks should be here. Not necessarily what it thinks, I'm going to give it a prompt. So I'm going to say a group of fishermen enjoying a breezy day in the shore. I'll click generate. I said something about how the higher the resolution, the better quality. The higher the resolution, the longer this will take. So I wanted it to not take too long for this video. Let's see how well it does. So for me as a photographer, this is actually pretty impressive. For someone that worked in Photoshop a lot, it is not easy to make this image that seamless. Okay. If we were to zoom in, you could see what it did. It generated a boat just based on a little sliver of a boat in the water. You look at the shoreline, it looks pretty seamless. But when you look at the details up close, you could see that this man does not have a face of any kind of recognizable. Zoom out. When you zoom out though, upon first glance, it actually looks pretty acceptable. I'm going to click not accept yet, but to the right arrow. The right arrow changes, gives you different versions. This is just like ChatGPT. So this is wild. Here you go. Here you go, General. Have a good day. Okay, so what's even more interesting is that I can extend this even further. I'm going to say accept. And now that I've generated this, I'm going to drag this over the other side. I need to interact with a little bit of this because it uses this selection to draw the rest of the image. And then I'm going to say a group of surfers catching waves and splashing in the water. Click generate. Zbarth, why would I want to do this in any of my classes? So the first thing I could think of is, alternate histories might be interesting. What if something happened? Wow, look at that. So there we go. So there's my image, my little panoramic image. Oh, let's look at the different versions. Interesting. I added color here. I could have said black and white. It would have forced it to be black and white. This is my experiment in surrealism. Okay. So if you're an art teacher, you could do that for art history. What I might use it for is to have people pick out, well, hey, what's wrong with this image? So because we are now going to be inundated with fake imagery created by AI, it is going to be a useful skill for humans to be able to look at something on a surface level and just be able to tell whether or not they're looking at something correct. So that's another use case I talked to about with Bob Hiles. I'm going to download this image to finish it. In AI, they keep your, or Dall-E keeps a history of your images too. So that's one thing. That's with a historic image and something that you would get in like a history class in high school. Let's see. It doesn't look like this is even. Go back. Okay, I'm going to upload a second image. This one is going to blow your mind. Here is Vermeer. This is an image that Vermeer painted. I'm going to skip cropping. I want to use the whole image. And the first step is to click check. When you hit check, you get this little generation frame. I'm going to drag the generation frame over to the left here. That's the right. Here we go. In the style of Vermeer, paint a kitchen with a variety of foods. Click generate. I think this was a slightly higher res image. What are you guys doing this weekend? I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm going to be, oh, there we go. So let's flip through the different versions. Oh, that's nice. That's interesting. This, they mistook this for a shoulder, probably. Let's go back. Man, that's pretty good. I'm going to accept that. And now I can just keep doing this for an unlimited amount of time. Let's see. Paint a dog lying on the ground sleeping. I'm going to click generate. Yep, I love this stuff. I'm using it all the time. I'm having students generate something in Dall-E and having them go out and recreate that generation. Awesome. This, you can just keep going and going and going until you are happy. I am very happy because it is the weekend. And I hope this helps. I think I'm in the style of Vermeer. I'll just click generate. So I won't even give it anything, just in the style of Vermeer, and it should finish this little empty part right there. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this gives you an idea of something that you could do in AI. And that's all I got for you. I'm going to finish this video once this completes. So again, you can just keep going with this. All pretty seamless. Yep, accept. So that just completed that. Love it, love it, love it. So download, show me what you made, and thank you very much. Goodbye.